really truly just total lies once again about the British monarchy, and more importantly, who's spinning them. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London today. Lovely spring-like day, isn't it? Yeah. And if you're wondering why I'm sounding a little bit full, I've got one of those, those things that make you sort of breathe more easily. Yes, I know. It's the hay fever though, trust me. If you don't have these little tacks and stuff when you're speaking to camera, everything just comes from nowhere, makes you choke, doesn't it? I know you're thinking, Neil, shut up. Get on with it. I get it. I like to share these things with you. I know I'm not alone around the world. We're all suffering in one way or another, aren't we? Don't get me going on the cost of living crisis either. Back as ever though to your breaking roll story of the day. This particular story, is quite heartwarming in many respects because of course it comes on the week of the big Platinum Jubilee celebrations, and when you think about it, possibly the biggest fallout between the monarchy has been the once close bond between Harry and William. I mean, they seemingly got on incredibly well, but then when you saw the Oprah Winfrey interview with Prince Harry, seemingly not. Apparently Prince William felt trapped, didn't really want the job, all of that sort of stuff, and the negativity that really came from Prince Harry. A lot of people over here in the United Kingdom can't believe the brass neck of him, to sort of come back after saying so much hurtful things to his family, and on camera. I mean, you may have sort of said that to a friend privately or had a conversation, but to sit down on camera and be that rude about your family is incredible. But seemingly, as I say, there's a brass neck there. That seems that, they need to come back for whatever reasons. But now there's a story brewing about how, William and Harry, basically, it's all sort of water under the bridge, and this came from a tabloid newspaper at the weekend. However, that particular story just comes from out of nowhere. There's no name attached to it or anything like that. I think what's interesting to note as well, when you think it's now almost a year on since the unveiling of the statue, that's gone very quickly, hasn't it? And you could see from the body language at that particular opening, we were there, it was frosty, there wasn't really much going off, whatever people were saying. But now, according to this report, embrace yourselves, Harry and William are having FaceTime chats once a week, video conference calls, and of course WhatsApps, that sort of stuff. Now, how true is that? Well, let's just put this into perspective. William's been incredibly busy since taking on the role left vacant really by his grandmother, the monarch, Her Majesty the Queen. She's taken a step back. He's had to do a lot more, and of course the many charities and events that he's involved with have also seen him be far more, vision than before. I mean, whichever way you look at it, they're working a lot harder. Even one of the stories made me laugh that Catherine apparently was given a nod as a welcoming return back to the ex-royals because she was wearing a hat worn similar that she wore to the wedding of Harry and Meghan. Desperate marketing or what? So how true are those stories? Well, as ever, we have to say allegedly, but according to my very good source, simply not true at all. William and Catherine remain very cautious, naturally, about the return of Harry and Meghan. And let's not forget, there's still the book to come. So while they may put on a united front, and William is ever the professional, a king in waiting, also forget that, they have to be cautious for themselves, Whatever they say could be leaked out, could be talked about. And if those doubters out there, the Sugars and the Sussex squads, and all those people that continue to attack me, I'm presenting both sides. And what you have to remember is this: Prince Harry had a very short meeting with Her Majesty the Queen. And for all those Sugars and Sussex squads that troll me on a daily basis and claim, I'm not telling the truth, just put this into perspective. Prince Harry had a very short meeting with Our Gracious Majesty the Queen at Windsor while he was going over to the Netherlands. Very short indeed. And what happened there? Very quickly, he sat down with a US TV channel to reveal all about that meeting. So you can understand why William and Catherine and the rest of the senior monarchy are very cautious indeed. Close again? WhatsApping? FaceTime? Don't believe everything you read in the newspapers, as I often say. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.